Good morning here in Zambia and Lusaka in Liteta. I think I got it very well. And I'm so excited to see Wambugu apples doing quite good, and I had to come and see how it is doing here, and I'm so blessed and so happy that this farm belongs to a lady called Shirley, and I'm so proud of you. I know you will see this video, Shirley, and just know what a trophy is waiting for you for this good work. So I'm so blessed, I'm so happy, but I have my boss here, who is Dean Shora, and he had to drive all the way from Copperbelt to ensure that he's going to welcome the ambassador of Wambugu apples here in Liteta. So Dean, thank you so much for coming, and I'm short of it was a shock to see you. Wow, but before then, there is a host here. He will tell us the name, and then this is a man who has been taking care of these Wambugu apples here in Liteta, and maybe you can tell us the name and tell us maybe how the farm has been, or the challenges, and why this success.
My name is Wycliffe. I'm here on behalf of Sherry. Sherry is the owner of this farm. So these apples, this particular one you are seeing here, they came in 2020, December 2020. They were planted 2020, so they are about 3 years old. And during the course of time, we have had our ups and downs in management, but because of the support from Kate and the team and everyone who's doing these apples, we continue to soldier on. So as you see, basically, let me not speak for the apples. You see them, this is where we are, and I guess this is quite a good size apples. We need to improve, yes, but you know, with the ambassador here, I think today, by the end of the day, we'll have a lot of ideas. The apple tree is about 3 years old, but we have in like 2 stages. The first 30 we have here are 3 years old, and we have another stage. Total, we have 600 trees in our orchard, and the next stage, they are just about over a year, because they came in 2022, so just about a year. And yeah, some of them have begun to have fruits, some are still yet to have fruits. But generally, this is our orchard. So right now we have 300. Initially we bought much more, not very much more, maybe around 400. Some have died along the way because of management issues and other issues we are learning. But so far the established ones are 300 trees. So we are learning, and we hope to, the sky is the limit. Yeah, for as long as we have piece of land, we will grow more Wambugu apples. Thank you.
And it's amazing, Zambia, at least we can crunch, we can enjoy Wambugu apples here in Zambia and in Liteta. So I'm going to have Dean just to say hi to us before he goes back to Copperbelt, where we are going to see his farm doing quite wonderful.
I think this is the farm in Zambia with the oldest trees.
Yes.
So, and you can see what is happening. I was trying to count at least on one of these. I haven't finished, but at least I've ended on 100. So within 3 years it can do 100 and more, because 100 is what I've counted. I've not even counted the resources. So I think this is good. There's a direction, yes. There's definitely a few lessons to learn, but the direction is very clear. We are very appreciative of your support, yes.
Let me start say this. This is 3 years that I'm told.
Yes, 3 years.
3 years.
They are staggered.
Okay.
But this is the oldest batch.
Okay.
That was planted.
And you've counted at 100?
Yes. Right, this tree here.
And you're not
I've
through?
Counted 100 fruits. I'm not even done.
You're not even through? You can imagine.
I'm inquisitive. I want to know how many fruits I should expect. So I don't have a tree as old as this.
So it can go up to 300.
Bushy. I think it's very possible, yeah. From the way I've seen. Because just from one direction, I've counted 100 fruits and trees. So
wow.
This is good news for me.
Yes! You can imagine by the time you get to 100, or 300, how much? And this tree is about 3 years.
Yes, about 3
So by
years,
the 5
2020.
years, you maybe 600 or 700. So you can do the mathematics that 600 or let's say even 300 multiplied by each. How much is in dollar? Well, how much in the Zambian kwacha?
Right now we're about 23 something.
23. Just multiply it. How much you? So one, it's doing what we call an eradication of poverty, and also a nutrition value. That is one, and also putting money in your pocket. So one is a very good venture to do. You just count the fruit, you count the money in your pocket. So God bless you so much. I'm so happy. I'm so excited to be here in Zambia, and I'm so happy. Thank you as you join us in the same benchmarking. We came with the people from other areas to come here and benchmark, because they need to see. Seeing is believing. So that's why we have all these people to come and see and also touch it and see and crunch and see how it is and how are they going to do it in their farm. So it's a very good day for me. I came all the way from Kenya, and let me say it's not a wasted time, but I'm so happy for Wambugu apples. And thank you, Zambia. Thank you, Liteta. Thank you, Copperbelt. Thank you, Zambia. Wow. Zambia, I would advise and encourage you that you can do Wambugu apples. This is one tree that is doing well here in Liteta in Zambia, so you have no reason not to do it. Someone started, and after we worked with this farmer, and I encourage the person, go ahead. You can see a 3-year tree doing very, very well. And as you can see, the fruits are massive. The reason why we are doing the net, we are covering this from the birds, because the birds lay up apple. Who hate apple? So they also crunch. So that's why we are putting up these nets, just to cover these fruits you're seeing that they are ripening up. They know which one is ripe. So that's why we have to trick them and cover it like this. So if you're able to cover it, and other techniques that we can use to also put the birds away. But shade nets is good because it's also giving the plant the shade, and which reduces the water the evaporation of water. So it's very powerful, and we have to do this to protect our fruits. One tree, you are counting almost 100 fruits. And let me give you a retro advice that Wambugu apples start fruiting at 9 months. So by the time it's 3 years, you get this massive of fruiting. So you have big land Zambia, you have the best soil Zambia. If you're not sure of the manure that is not well decomposed, just choose the topsoil. And here I can demonstrate and show that this is yeah, these two soils, you can realize the difference. This one is the one caught in the other, and this is the topsoil. So just use the topsoil. Assume the other one and don't put manure if you are not sure that the manure you're using is not well decomposed. This has a lot of nutrients for the trees, and because we are not planting it direct, we are planting it first here. So you just use the topsoil. You put it somewhere. You put it to show you. We have a tree here.
The apple tree.
Yeah, we needed an apple tree. And when you are putting up the soil, you don't just put. As you put like this, you do it like this.
Don't compact it.
This way, give it the baseline.
You have to fund it.
Yeah, so that even when you put the water, if you don't do that, you put the water and you'll be bedding like this. When you're watering, you think you are watering, but still bedding like this. Yeah. So you just use the normal soil, the top soil. This water is big, but it's good. It's big enough. This tree, the stick you are seeing here, and this one. The two. If you water the trees, this one, let's say this is Wambugu apples or the grapes, this size, I'm talking of the size. If you're going to water, you plant it here, and you plant this tall one. When you water here, this one needs lesser water. This one, and even taller, need much water. Not even need much water. You need to cover it on top with this now. This transparency on top. Why? It's very tall. By the time the water comes from here to here, it will take time. So if you assume it, that you have planted and you've put water here, this one might die quickly, this one will be left. Because the water, the length from the roots to the top, because definitely when you water, it gets to the root and then feeds top. Please never assume that. So the smaller the tree, the shorter, the better. And the survival rate is high. Yes, but this one, you have work to do. You have big work to do, and you have to do it. Because if your apples, maybe you luckily got longer ones, please dedicate your life there. Yes. So you cover it on top with this nylon paper, just covering like this. You are planted up to here, then you cover for it to touch here. Please don't tie because of breathing. So this one will make sure that the water which is in this stem is not going out on the side. You see how it is hot. If it was, is it winter? You call it winter. You winter, you don't have to cover. Yeah, you just let it be because it's still cold. And this one doesn't have leaves. So it will concentrate on wetting this top point and the ground is growing. So a hot season like this, you just cover on top so that it can be sweating, and this one will be sweating and thinking that water going out, this nylon will be bringing more wetness because of more moisture, thank you. So it will remain. So if you have those small ones, your chances are lower. If you have any longer, you make sure that you cover like that. So I was on the point that this, let's assume these are roots, the grafting point is here. So ensure you plant up to here, just the roots. This one is proven, so you can do as much as Wambugu apples. So I'll be there to encourage you, I'll be there to guide you, I'll be there to work with you, and any question that you would want me to, I'll be able to work with you. And this success, you have it in your farm. So go there, take initiative. You have land. So what you're supposed to look for is just water and manure. So you don't need much time because it's not labor intensive. It's also not is a disease resistance. So you have less work to do on this tree, and we do it organically. It's not involving. So do it. Please wake up and do it. Let's use our land very well, because hey, I realize Zambia, you have the biggest land. I don't also say because Dean showed us somewhere, he'll be telling me that your farm in Kenya is his backyard. I don't want to be discouraged by Dean, but your lands are big. Please, let's use them. We have, I can hear that someone has 20 hectares. Hectares, we have acres. Me, I have 5. I hope Dean didn't hear this. So you have big lands, idle land. I've driven all the way from Lusaka to Liteta, and I can see big land empty. Please, let's use this land in a wise way, which will give us money. Also, we are going to make sure that whatever we are eating is bringing value in our body, which that we will take an apple a day. Whoever they said this was very right. An apple a day keeps doctor away. And you can imagine those people who are interior, who cannot even afford to buy an apple. Maybe they are not closer to supermarket. But if you plant an apple tree, even the area of that farm or in the area of that home will be able to benefit from other people. So Zambia, let's wake up and do this.
Our gracious and loving Father, we are saying thank you this morning for your goodness and your faithfulness, for the gift of life and for an opportunity like this one. Thank you, Lord, for this fellowship that you have given us as we gather to share ideas, as we gather, Lord, to learn from one another, as we gather, Lord, for this experience. We are asking of your wisdom. We are asking of thy Holy Spirit to guide us, because he alone is wise, and he alone is our helper. He alone is our teacher. And so we are here, Lord, that even as we learn from man, may he be the one to make this. For the one to commit this program into your mighty hands. Even as we remember our colleagues on the way, we are saying may you be with them, that they may join us quickly as possible. Father, we thank you for the rest of the day. We commit it to you. Declare that have your way. In Jesus' name, Father, we pray with open hands. Amen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You welcome us at this place and then introduce the other people who are here. When we are just done with that introduction, Brother Wycliffe, you can come here. Brother Wycliffe, yes.
Thank you. Maiseni. I'm standing here representing Sherry Christie. This property belongs to Sherry. So Sherry is your real host. I'm just standing in her place. She's in the UK. She's the owner of the property. So she's developing apple trees so that when she comes and retires, she can be chewing money like Kate was saying. She'll be sitting on millions. So thank you very much for coming. So it's my privilege to introduce the headman who's here with us. He has come to grace us. Can we give him a round of applause? Yeah. I think I'll ask him a few words for the people, just to yeah.
Ndamwasha nonse. Meaning I'm saying, I'm greeting you everyone. Yes, and I'm welcoming you. Feel free at Madam Sherry's place. I'm happy with this program. People from Kenya, Tanzania, you are welcome. Thank you very much. It's a very good program. Sure. I'm the village headman, Liteta Zambia, as he said. And again, I'm representing the Royal Highness Chief Liteta. This is Liteta Chiefdom in Chibombo District, Chisamba District, Central Province. Thank you.
Yeah, that's in order. We'll go to number 2 until we are at 9.
Good morning, everyone, all the farmers here. Good morning. It's a pleasure to meet you. My full names are Jane Samuel Piri. I'm based off Ngwerere Road. Those who know the road which goes to Meanwood Ndeke, to the airport, yeah, direct opposite. That's where I am. I got 6 apple seedlings. That was last year, November. And of the 6, 5 have survived up to now. I'm using mainly chicken manure and corn-free. There was somebody who posted on the group about corn-free. That's where I learned about it and I started using it. And I'm using it in most of the seedlings and it's really, really helping. So of the 6, 5 have survived. And I was very, very excited. Last October, they had flowers. And I was thinking that I even started sharpening my teeth. But then by the end of, I think 2nd week of November or so, the flowers started falling off. And now all the flowers have fallen off. So now there are no more flowers and no babies to crunch. So otherwise, I think the major challenge maybe that I've had is maybe the watering is not being done very, very well. We need to improve on that one. And I think in the past week, I've noticed that the leaves, they are becoming like a net. So I'm not very sure how to protect the plants from that one. But what we have done, there was somebody who posted that we could use rabbit urine. So we've organized to get some rabbit urine. So hopefully that one will help. Otherwise, that's where we are. The plants themselves are healthy. They are now taller. 3 of them are now taller than me. Some, I think there's one which is about this side. That's the smallest. Otherwise, I think so far, that's where I am.
Hello everyone, my name is Lupam Sonda. Well, I started with the Wambugu apples in 2021. That's when I was introduced to them, and my first experience was rather a bit rough because I didn't have much knowledge about the care, obviously. And I think at that time the plant management there wasn't much information about it. So the first time that we bought apples in 2021 was I got about 15 plants, but unfortunately they didn't all survive, because at that time I think I didn't even know much about like removing the grafting parts after some weeks and all that. So some of them unfortunately didn't, most of them didn't just manage to pull through. And I think because I didn't know the soil compositions and everything else at the farm, they were eaten up, some of them just dried up. So we didn't give up there and then, having to say that it was the first time. I ordered some more plants in 2022, of which that was I think in November 2022. So my plants I think are about this high. They've started flowering now. So I didn't only get apples, I got pomegranates, I got orange pixies and lemons. So the orange pixies I think are about this high. The pomegranates I think we're eating something last week from them. They're all fruiting very well. They're actually very sweet. So the major challenges that I probably had at one point was water. The first time that we were doing them, we didn't have enough water, and I think the amount of water that we needed per plant wasn't, the information wasn't yet there, but we were given later on by, I think it was Kate or Dean, can't remember, that issue of watering. Was it about 10 liters or something per plant? I think there was a time that we didn't have enough rain, so I think we had gotten some advice from you in terms of how much water the plants needed. Then at one point on the group someone had posted about organic fertilizer. I think there's a lady in Ngwerere, I can't remember. She sells 10 kg organic manure. I'd used that. It also helped out because there was a time that we had seen that the leaves were going yellowish and all that. I think there was a lack of nitrates or something, nutrients or something like that. But it helped out. So the content that we were putting there was actually enough. And then how we made the beds for the apples, it was more like to hold water and not the way that we just plant, like just where you just plant it flat out. I think we had the demonstration in 2021 of how to plant the apples. I've still got that video from Loktaguna, yes, of how to plant the digging of it to make a basin, yes. So that helped out at least as well.
So she has been growing Wambugu apples now, is it, for about a year, and at two farms. There is a small farm at 21 miles where she planted 48 Wambugu apples. 45 have survived and they're doing extremely well. And you know, we are using nothing else but organic you know, nutrient enhancers. We make compost. We have planted comfrey and a number of leguminous plants to enhance the soil fertility. So the plants are doing very well. I mean, out of 48, 45 survived at 21 miles. She planted 600 at the Solwezi farm, and they all survived, I think. Yeah, so altogether, she has 645 apple trees, apple plants that are doing very well. They have started fruiting. I think she has posted some of the fruiting plants. Yeah, so essentially we also use rabbit urine and then neem oil comfrey tea. Yeah, so I think the plants really responding very well. So they started fruiting at around 10 months, which surprised us. We didn't. We thought we would wait up to 12 months. Yeah, but I think so far so good. Thank you. Neem oil we're using? Yeah, it's available on the market. We get it from that ban what? Yeah, farmers ban. But in Woodlands there is also an agro shop right at the Woodlands shopping center there. It's an agro shop that also stocks neem oil. Thank you. You're welcome.
My name is Matthew Mbewe. I'm with my wife and my daughter. We are quite new to apple growing. We got 55 apples the previous delivery, and over the 55, we don't have any that survived. Yeah. But we have persisted. In this delivery we have gotten 40, and we are hoping that from the lessons that we learned, we'll be able to harness these ones. So when we planted, after about a week, all of them showed life, and we're so excited. Okay, but after about another week, we noticed some white stuff on the leaves, and then also we noticed a lot of termites. We posted on the group, and we were guided to get the mixture of bicarbonate or whatever, and detergent. We did that. We sprayed, and also we got the rapid urine. We also sprayed. Unfortunately, we couldn't see life come back. But after we had a sit down, trying to do a post-mortem of what could have had happened, we discovered that maybe when we were planting, we could have used too much manure as well. Okay, and that could have contributed to why the plants, didn't survive. So we are here, having passed through the Dean experience, hoping this time around we'll pull through. Thank you.
The moment you just said all of them died, and then something just ran in my mind, manure. As you see, powdery mildew will stunt the plant, but it will not kill it. But if everything dies, the soil, the soil. So that definitely is a case of manure. Either it was very concentrated, or maybe, as you say, it was too much, or things like that. That's why the emphasis always has been that when we use manure, we must make sure it is decomposed. If you don't have a decomposed resource, better you even plant without manure. Because you can add manure in, but if you can spare a few coins, you can go in the... Because those things within 1 week, you start seeing the small leaves already coming out. So right there, before you see anything white or what, start spraying with that, so that you prevent the emergence of the disease. Powdery mildew, once it enters, it's quite stubborn. Yes, you can spray, but the plant will still remain stunted. So I think there are ratios on the group. So just go in the group history. Fine. You don't want to go there. There are people who want to sit here. Yes. Please, madam.
Send if you have. Can I send it now, or I read it?
Just send it in the group.
Okay, I'll send it
Right
in the
now.
group right now. Okay, so it says 1 gallon of water, 1 tablespoon of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, then 1 tablespoon of dishwashing liquid. Yes. So 1 gallon of water turns out to be about 3.8 liters. Liters, yes. Not 5 liters, but in Karakopan it's about 3. That's liters. So I usually put it to 4 liters. Let me send it to the group just now.
The importance of you doing that early, because you see, this mango has a lot of fungal issues already. So if you have your nursery around a tree like this, there's already powdered milk probably seated here, although it's not active.
And that's where they were.
Yes. So the moment you just plant, they just germinate. Your plants are already attacked. So better you start spraying before you.
Excuse me, are you able to use any other antifungal like mancozeb?
Definitely to do the job, yeah. Any sulfur-based fungicide, for example.
Yes.
Yeah. Even any sulfur-based fungicide can be able to
would it be right to even spray them? That is the only shade you have. Would it be right to spray them?
So what I would advise personally is those shades, especially if the plants are few, you can easily make those shades, yes, so that you cover the seedlings around that area for the purpose of shade and put it under a tree like this. Yeah. The advantage with that is that it will also allow some sunlight to penetrate through rather than completely cover it. But under trees like this thing is harboring a lot of diseases, you just don't know it. Things like that. All those brownish things, those are not decorations, all those are fungus there. So the moment this can withstand that. But when now those things, you plant those, they may not be able to withstand as this tree can withstand those fungal infections. Number 5, yes, Doctor.
Everything I can to resuscitate them. And the problem is what has been discussed here. I think from now onwards it will not be my challenge. That is the middle, the white powdery middle. Very stubborn indeed. And also the lessons learned, fertilizers when planting, or the manure when planting. I think the ratios were not properly done. And so I attribute part of the problem to that. Then watering, I've been doing twice in a week. I don't know if that is okay or if it could be part of the problem. But I think so far the ones which have survived are doing well, and I'm projecting to plant them in the next 3 weeks. Although some of them are already flowering, prematurely, I should think. On 22nd September. And the flowers seem to be holding, and they seem to be having some small fruits. So I'm a bit hesitant to. I'm a bit hesitant to disturb them. Yeah. So I'll be planting the next 3 weeks. Otherwise, those are my experiences. I think my challenges have been answered in what has been discussed here. I think the solutions have been provided. It's just a matter of acting on them. Quitters never win. I think winners never quit. And we have a very powerful testimony of Mr. Dean. If you've listened to it, then losing 50 is nothing. And so I ordered some more 55, which I received yesterday. And I'll keep ordering. Every order that comes, I will have to have something there so that I keep growing. Otherwise, thank you so much, farmers. This is the way to go. God bless you.
My name is Victor Mwape. And I joined Wambugu 2021. I'm Victor Mwape from Minwood, Chamba Valley, Lusaka. I joined Wambugu. I saw it on Facebook, and I thought, hey, I like planting, especially fruits. But then I was kind of doubting because I wasn't sure whether I was going to receive the plants. So I even made a few calls to Mr. Dean here. I spoke to Katie, I spoke to Matthew. And at the time I was deciding to start, to order, I was still in doubt, but then I managed. Anyway, I got a few plants. I got, because of being in doubt, I got a few plants. I got 10 apples. I got 10 pixels. I got 1 dragon. I got 5 bananas. I got, yeah, that's what I can remember. Yeah, then my apples, coming back to the apples, I got 10, I lost 2. And I think I was doing 2 things at the same time. I was trying to acquire land, as well as looking forward to getting the plants. Unfortunately, I had issues with the person I was buying land from, so I was stunned and I couldn't do a thing or two. So actually, I've managed to plant I managed to plant some of the plants at my yard, which is not enough space for me. The biggest plant as in the apple is almost my height. I think 4 of them. And then the rest are small, because the only problem that I discovered was that I let them in the pots for too long. So that was the problem, and because I had issues, like I said, trying to correct the issue of the land issue and whatnot, I had to leave them in the pots. So I also got the Hass avocados, which are big. The apples are big. Those 4 that I'm talking about flowered and dropped the flowers, and I didn't see any big problem when I was planting them, because I followed the instructions we were given, that we keep them not more than 4 hours in the water. And I bought soil from Kamloops. Most of you know the place. The black soil, that's what I use. I didn't use any manure. And all the plants that I got, they sprout and they were okay. Apart from those 2 apples I lost, and I also lost 1 grape. Yeah, 1 grape. I got 5. I lost 1. Yeah, the rest are okay, and I'm fine with them. The only thing that I have seen as a challenge is more or less, like Kano said, has been answered. The only big problem that I see probably is the browning, like drying around the leaves. The ones lower. I don't know what that is.
The lower leaves.
Yes. That's the only problem that I see. For now, because I changed, I'm just watering. Yes, I'm just watering because of that same change of not taking them to the farm. I've actually managed to get 1 ahead this site. Yes, and that's where we will be taking some of them when we start ordering. Otherwise, I didn't get any challenges as per se, and most of the things that I would say were seemingly to be challenges have been answered here. Thank you very much.
Any question? Feedback from what he has said? Yes, sir.
Yes, so
So what you said was the leaves which are close to the ground are browning. Is that correct?
the flowers.
The flowers dropping, mostly that is a deficiency of boron. Yes. So it comes to nutrition about the flowers. The goodness is that you don't need the fruits at the moment. Yes. I want to believe there's a bit of splashing during watering.
Okay. Now, for all the plants, I don't have issues with the bananas. They're doing fine.
We were on number 1.
Number 6.
So we're going to number 7.
My story starts in November 22nd last year, 2022. That's when I got my first seedlings. There were 20 of them, and out of 20, I lost 15. As my colleague was saying there, I wanted to ask where the farm is.
Sir, where's your farm?
We are in Ngwerere.
Ngwerere, probably the same area. What I've noticed is that is it Chiwombo Chisamba? From 10 miles coming up there, probably extending to Ngwerere, there are a lot of termites. And I think I made the same mistake, like Dean mentioned, the issue of not putting decomposed manure. Out of the 20, like I said, I lost 15. With the 15 that, with the 5 that have remained, they started to flower in August. But there was that wind that came in August. It blew off most of the flowers. Though, despite that, I think there should be 15 on each plant that are remaining. The lesson there is that fellow farmers, let's do windbreakers, however we do it, to save on the same. Apparently, I've been buying in bits and pieces. I mean, in bits. From the 20, I think I came and bought. Should have been in March, about 40. All the 40 survived, but for 2. The lesson is with the manure that I'd put there, and not only that, applying ash mixed with ash, using ash and rabbit urine, that is drenching by the root zone there. It has really worked wonders for me. From there I bought, I think again I got 60. From 60 I only lost 2. The lesson, fellow farmers, the lesson is around the decomposed manure. Let it be decomposed. Don't go out there and buy in decomposed manure. You do it, if it's possible, decompose it yourself. On how to decompose the same, I think Katie and Dean may explain what the period, how you do it. Here is how I do it. When I get the cow dung from wherever I get it, I mix it with a bit of water. That water is mixed with a bit of what do you call this, molasses, and then I get the black polythene sheet. I cover it up. After 7 days, just go and put your finger inside the manure there. You see it has become very hot. You know things are happening. After 30 days, when you get back to there, even when you have got those balls, you know how cow dung is. You've got those balls, they'll almost turn it like powder. So going forward, what I do with the others, after every 4 months, I put manure around the root zone. Not only that, there's a mention of comfrey, but what I do, I mix comfrey with tithonia. Tithonia is that, I was even seeing the plant along the road. It has got trace elements, including, I think, boron, if I'm not mistaken. Please spray your apples, your seedlings, preferably in the morning before sunrise or in the evenings after sunset. That's the only time that you get to spray them. You'll see some marked improvement in your fruits. Thank you. So what I normally do, I just get a chisaka, 25 kgs or so, that's the normal milling, and then fill it up with a combination of tithonia and comfrey. Put it into a 210-liter drum, not necessarily put somewhere up there. I heard Mom somewhere saying when it is ready, nobody around, after 7 days, it gives out a very pungent smell. If you should put it away, maybe to garage or somewhere far away, believe you, it smells bad. And then mix a bit, put a bit of what's this? A bit of molasses in there. Maybe even a 50. That drinking bottle of water, even just half. Put it in there. It enhances the process of decomposing. Then how do you mix it? Just in, I think the same like someone was explaining here. I can't remember. What I do is that spray, a 20-liter spray. I put 5 liters, a mix of comfrey and tithonia, and then 15 liters of water. Please do not apply it directly. It will burn your crop.
I'm Joyce Chinyamatembo from Ngwerere. I've heard quite a number of people from Ngwerere here. Please, let's form up a team. Let's know each other. Yeah. So anyway, I got 7, at first 7 apples and some grapes, and there's some fruits. You know, when we're getting, sometimes, you know, we were so many, so you get home, you don't remember some of the fruits. So some of them I don't remember, I think about 3, and I've lost about 2. But all the apples are up. The next time that she came in September, I got 3 more, so there are 10, really doing fine. And I was also attacked by the same powder mildew. Then the urine and the whatever did wonders, and the soda part, the soda concoction, it really did wonders, you know, yeah. And there was a time that the leaves started turning yellow, and I remember I posted on the group, and I got a lot of help. Thank you, farmers, you know, we are there for each other, so I really appreciate. Now, what I noticed was the first 7 apples that I got in June, was it June or July, whichever anyway, I had about 3 that were struggling, really struggling, and I had actually thought maybe the other 2 had even died, and I had actually even forgotten. So after a week, I went there, I found like a little leaf. I tell you, I jumped. I jumped, and I remember I prayed, you know, $10. So, the 3 that I got in September, those really, and I planted at the same time with the ones that I got in September, and they're really doing fine. One thing I appreciate, there's one farmer that was showing one time to get the tips of the, today I was checking before I came here. Hi! I found there are a lot of shoots that are coming. Thank you, whoever that did. If you are here, please, thank you. So I've seen so many of them coming out, and I was even, telling my friends as we were coming, I said, you guys, you don't know what I've actually seen today. Yeah, so I have lost 3, I think a pair, and 2 more that were really coming up nicely, they've actually died. So yesterday when I was checking, I found out one, and I had actually drenched them. I found out there were some ants. So I'm sure they were eaten. But I drenched with yes, when I put it, but I drenched it with the urine. So I don't know. So I lost 2 anyway. But all the 10 apples, they're really, really doing fine. Yeah. So that's the story. And the manure part of it, like the ones that I received yesterday, I've just planted them using the soil. Somehow I think I relaxed. I didn't really make the compost. The first one I made actually the compost, but this time I think I don't know.
You can't greet everyone. You greet them as, and make sure you know them, eh? Make sure you know them. Okay. So that's Madam Besa there. No, Besa is in my mind. I don't know. Besa is very organized. So that's Madam Kate there. Yes. You see now you are becoming Besa. That's Madam Kate there. All the way from Kenya. How do you all come here? Yes. That's the ambassador. Yes.
In Tonga we say nijalibobu 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 nijalibobu. So welcome, Katie.
Oh. Wow. Bribaji. Did I say it well? Yeah. Habari. Why are you saying Mzuri more than Bribaji? You don't want me to know you out? It's sounding nice. Wow. Oh. Oh, Murishani. Oh. Okay. I'll say no, Ahala. Good morning. I'm so excited. You know, you feel like this is where I belong, and I feel this is it. God bless you, farmers, and we encourage each other, and I'm so encouraged. My name is Kate, Wambugu daughter. When you see our Wambugu apples, I'm the daughter. I'm the firstborn. Have you ever? I'm proud to say that. Yes. I'm the mother of my father, so I'm the firstborn, and I became the blood ambassador of my daddy's work. I decided to take over whatever he started and ensure that it's going far, because I saw it is good. We saw money when we are still small, so I thought, why should I go looking for work and it's still inside our home? So that's why I had to come out and work with my daddy, and he's so proud of this, and he sent greetings for Zambia. Please receive them. Yes. So he said, greet Dean. There's pronunciation that he gave, and I was like, did you have to say that name? Why can't you say just Dean? But he sent the greetings. I'm so happy. I'm so excited to be here, and I'm so proud of you people that these are warriors. I'll call ourselves warriors in this, because you never retreated, and we are still strongly going on. I'm so happy for the testimonies that we got, and I feel encouraged, and I'm sitting there and I'm saying, yes, continue. I am learning. You know, where a teacher becomes a student. So thank you so much for keeping on that, and I'm so proud of Dean. I was not here. Did Dean give the testimony also of his farm? And you think you are going to say it in Copperbelt and not here? You have to. He has a very good testimony, by the way. He has to tell us, because the people we had last time, maybe you are not the people that we had the meeting. Yes, you need to hear from him. I don't want to say, because you say, oh, Kate, you say crunching, and I don't know what you say. And tell us the journey where he is, that he has 2,000 plants in his farm. He needs to tell us how. How did you line there? So he'll tell us. So that one at least. Or you wanted me to welcome you officially? No. It's okay. I'm here for that. Yes. So I'm glad, and let me say two things. I'll give an example of this tree that we are sitting here. Why didn't you sit there? They're outside there. Yes, that's the thing. It's a shade. That is one. Which is, we'll call it on the side of is ecosystem. We put it on that. On the other hand, what are you seeing in this tree? Fruits. Can you wake up? And in fact, this one is a twin, is a mango. I don't know whoever did this, Sherry. I wish Sherry was here to tell us, why did you have to plant them together? They are not even related. But okay, they are still doing well. Another thing is that if you want to cut a tree, would you come? Why is that tree cut, that one, and not this one? Because it has a fruit. I want to take you to, what do you call it? We call it ecosystem. Well, that is one, and also the climate change. I will talk about that, because you can cut that tree for you to get firewood. That is one. You can cut that tree, you want timber. But you cannot dare to cut this tree, because one, you're getting shade, you're getting fruits. If the rains comes, most of the rains are drawn because of the trees that you have. If you cut those 10 and leave these two of them because they have fruits, the water of the ecosystem, or that formation of rains will reduce. So for me, I would encourage you, if you have farms. Zambian, you have big farms. I will not even mention, because this man, one day he embarrassed, what do you call it? Embarrassed me that your farm is backyard. So I will not mention my farm. I don't want to embarrass myself. So you have hectares when we have acres. So instead of you going and planting those other trees, I would encourage you, plant more of fruit trees. One, we have the carbon credit, because at a point, like in Kenya, what is happening, there's a time that, I don't know whether it's happening in Zambia, you'll be paid because of, it's called carbon credit. So let's ask farmers who are there already, be the front line, that you'll be counted to be paid for the carbon credit. I would be so glad that I'm hearing a farmer from Liteta, from dollars, I don't know where, that is paid because of the what do you call it, oxygen we get from the trees. We'll be the first and frontline people. Who doesn't want money? We would be here. Who doesn't want to live long because of what we are eating? So I would say that this tree you are seeing here, it might be here over 200 or 400 years. Those who live 400 years, you give a testimony. Do you have the people in the house? If you're going to go up to 400 years, this tree, you find it here. But another tree for charcoal, for what, you not find it. So make it a percentage, make the trees which are fruits more percent, because you also need firewood. Definitely we need timbers, but I was saying, because you have big land, you can even do half. You have 10 hectares, do like 7 hectares for example, do 70% of the fruit trees, and also 30% for the other trees. So I would encourage you, because even if this tree will be there over 200, you can cut and become firewood, but it will take time for you to do that, because you can see what is there. Another thing with the fruit trees is money. You get money out of that, because you sell the fruits, you get the money. And I said, there's a group I chatted with. I said we will be becoming our own customers. That I know Farmer B has some fruit at her farm, so you order from him. In the group we say, my apples are ripe. I wouldn't mind to carry them. If my farm in Kenya is not there, I buy 5 kilos and carry them back to Kenya. You wouldn't mind, when your farm is in Dola and you don't have fruits, to sell. Dean, please said to me, I'm in Lusaka, 10 kilos. Definitely he will. So we first of all become our customer, and out of that we create what is called networking. So you'll find that my neighbor will say, you give a neighbor, and let's be very generous. I'll give my neighbor 1 dragon. He said, where did you get this? No, it's in Lusaka. Where? In Lusaka where? So they will go 3 of them. So they become customer, where you gave, or he bought 1 kilo and he will sell 10 kilos. So we first create our own networking, because this is the way forward, because we know what we are farming. We know we are doing organic. You're doing organic, I'm doing organic. So me buying from you becomes easier, because I know what you're doing. You get. So I think we'll create that kind of networking. And finally, you find that the whole Zambia, they are aware that there are apples, there are grapes, there are dragon fruit, which are done in Zambia. And that's how we are going now to become so strongly. And if we are going to consume those fruits that we are doing around Zambia, we are sure that whatever that Dean has in his farm, or Mama has in her farm, if I go buy the grapes there, I know. What do you call? There's a name. I'm forgetting that. He only did with rabbit urine. He only did cow manure. So consuming her fruits, I know definitely my health is super. So another thing is nutrition value. It has a lot of nutrition value, because the fruits are organic. The fruits has no chemicals. So even if our kids are going to consume that, you definitely know that hospital and you, unless you are taking your wife to deliver, or you are going to maternity, those are 2 things that will happen in your life. Either way, which is okay. Are we right? And you know, when you are going home, your wife will take those fruits, and the recovery will be quicker. And the kids inside us, those you feel that the baby coming out will be very strong. You know, I'm saying this because there are so many things that we are seeing around, so many diseases, so many cancers. But the only thing we are going to do, and we are going to conquer in this world, is us as farmers. Even if you are not farmer, please become one farmer, because you need a farmer in each and every other minute. So let's become our own. Let's stand on the ground. You don't say that, nowadays, food that we are consuming, then what step are you taking? So plant an apple, plant a mango, that you do it organically. And you are able to see, my neighbor is doing organic. I can buy fruit there, and I give my family, and I'm sure that we are not consuming the chemicals. Who want to die tomorrow? Me, I would not want to die even in the next 200 years. It's good to live, by the way. It's good life. Why should we die? So not unless we want to. Me, I will not die. I will rest in peace. I will rest in peace. Not that I'm taken to this hospital. I'm taken from Copperbelt, then to Lusaka, from Lusaka to Idia. And the only one problem is that could have been solved by farmers around. Let's become warriors. Let's become, I don't know which name I'm going to use. Let's go back, because we have farms. We have our government. I know in Zambia, we go to that office and we say, we want water to our farm, because we have all those things I've said. 1, 2, 3. You give a reasonable point. I'm telling you, even your president will be telling you, can you guys go to the farm? He'll join you, because these are facts. We want a strong nation. We want strong families. As we work, we don't want that tomorrow I will not go to work because I want to see a specialist. Let's drop these things. Let's just see them because we want to see how they are doing, but not to look on our bodies. We want to say, how are you feeling? Yeah, or selling to them the fruits that when you say an apple a day keeps doctor away, it's true. But in fact, imagine you are eating some fruits and they are creating more acid, more chemicals in your body. Where are we heading as Africans? We need to wake up. Go to Europe. I know those who have visited Europe. I've never been in Europe. Oh, where is Thailand? Is Thailand there? Yeah, I went there to get some feelings. It's not Europe. And those who have gone to US, go to the shelves of organic products. I'm telling you for sure, they are always empty. That's exactly. They are very expensive. For you to afford them, my friend, you go back and do the farming. For you to afford them. So let's wake up. There is, and that's tell you there is money for that. If you're doing organic, like us now, we have a market in UK and Dubai for organic. We sent, I think, 20 kilos, and they said we need these fruits. So we have a very open market, and they said not only in Kenya, if Africa, because I told you I'm not only working with Kenyans, I'm working with so many countries in Africa which are doing well. They said it's open for you wherever you get. If Kenya Airways, there's another airline they mentioned, I don't know, the Ethiopian, will get those fruits to our market. And I'm ready, and as our family is ready to work with you. Anything that would make these fruits to go to those, for us to get money. And remember, when you get money and you know, if I sell you 1 kilo of tomatoes, and I know that it's purely organic. And when I say purely organic, is that if the tomato was meant to keep over cancer, or whichever the name, or pomegranate. Pomegranate is very good for prostate cancer. Men who are here, hello? It's good for prostate cancer. When you train yourself to eat pomegranate, prostate and with you, it's a no. So imagine I'm giving this young man a pomegranate, a 5 kilo, and I know what he's consuming. And I will know that if he goes to marry my daughter, I'm doing when you see a handsome man, hey, what do? You start giving examples as if you are not giving examples. Eh? So if this man will come and marry my daughter, so I will know that that man is a man, because I know what he has been consuming. So let's help each other. Let's help a son. Let's help a daughter, a father, a grandfather, a mother somewhere. We need. You know what is Africans? We have lands. We have what it takes. So let's combine together. Let's join hands, and we are going to conquer it. The other thing I will finish before I call my boss. Yes, Dean's wife. Hello. Say hi. They should know you are here. That's Dean's wife. That's the woman behind this. This is the woman behind this powerful man here. Can we give a clap, please? Yes, thank you. You know why I'm saying you clap for her. When he give the testimony, you clap 2 times. So so let me come to the marketing part of it, because as much as we are doing the farming, we need money also. So we have, as I said, we have market in UK and Dubai, and I think, is it Netherlands? I don't, my husband know better. But I'm glad to say that even if we are going to export in those countries, I'm happy that someone in UK will be consuming something that I know it will not harm the body. Think always something good for the other person. Please don't do chemicals and you are money oriented, that I put chemicals for this to be quick and me make money. But imagine the person who consume that. How is it good to leave that person? In which shape? So we have market in UK, and I think before you go to UK, think of Zambia. I'm not going to promise you of UK, because even in Kenya, we are fast doing in local. Imagine you don't have those fruits you want to buy, and you are exporting what is good. So we are going first of all to, as I said, we create what is called networking. We first of all make sure that the Zambian, they are consuming what it's supposed to be. We are consuming the quality, the organic, and the best. Because sometimes farmers will sell the best and we eat the rotten. Why? Me, I'm not there. You see me crunching the big one, and I don't have a porridge. And I do it nicely for you to feel it and go back to the farm. So I think the market is there. Lately we imported a machine worthy have $1 million, which is already in Kenya now. So we'll be packing, we'll be grading, and we'll also be washing them. And also we'll be doing the concentrates. And the concentrates that to make juices and ciders. And how many have you gone to the supermarket and see what it called with the mother? Yeah, ladies, you see, women, men, these ladies, they love it. Let's go to the farm, we will sell to them. It's very expensive. Those who know. I don't know how many kwacha with mother. It's cider, apple cider. But with mother. What I'm saying concentrates is what makes that with mother. I will say that the more, we are going to go to the farm. You know, Dean is here. He was telling me, my apples are rotting. Can I say this? The more the apple rots, the more expensive it becomes. Yes. The more those rotten there, there will be more higher price than what I know. You see me crunching. That's a fact. With the mother, you are the one who told me with the mother. Yes, it's that one now. You can imagine the more it rots, the more it gives you money. But can you eat something rotten? So this is why we are coming to do the value addition. So that whatever you have rotten in your farm, you will not say, oh, this time I didn't make money. In fact, you will be shining, you will be smiling than the person who did the grade 1 and grade 2. So that's why we are creating that kind of chain. Are we together? From there, we'll be making apple crisps. We are tired of eating tomato crisps. So we are doing apple crisps. So we'll be washing, peeling, and slicing, and freeze drying. So if I give you a packet, I don't know why you are here, but I have a daughter. So if I give you a packet of crisps, 5 grams, you can go around with Zambia and you feel like, I want to eat an apple. You just pick water, you dip that, and then you start crunching to go back to an apple. So, but it can last almost half a year or 1 year, but it will not rot. That's another now thing that if I have a store with apples, I know they cannot last more than 1 week. But with that, it will even go for 1 year. So if you supply in a certain supermarket, they will not say that I'll not pick because I don't know how the flow will be in the next 3 months. They are assured of. So I'm trying to show you the value addition that you'll be doing, and this will also be making it in Zambia. How we will make it? These things are done by people who have blood like you. So don't say, oh, I don't know, I don't have money. Who told you have money? You don't have money. You have money. Money will come. So these are the things that you do. So you not have what you see, those fruits that are eaten by birds. Dean was trying to show me how the birds are. You see those fruit that we have covered. You will not have any worry that my fruit has been eaten by birds. Those that have eaten are more priced than the ones that have not been eaten. But now, the ones that are fresh and not eaten by birds, definitely they have premium prices. As you know, it's grade 1 and grade 2. So that's how we will be doing it. And this is the thing that we'll also be doing in Zambia and other countries that I'm trying to work with. So is it a good thing? Yes. Now, can you see where you are? Yes. So don't say that you are just a person. Imagine you are a great person in this nation. And government, why do we always say government? Government, they are people, yeah? Yes, they are people. Why do we government? They are just people like you. We can also help them also and try to boost. They are not angels. I will say that I'm not a politician, by the way. I'm a farmer. So, but sometimes I feel like, why are you saying? You have something to do to improve that government. But you are saying the government of Zambia, the government of Kenya, the government, I don't know, African government. No, it is you. If you are going to combine on the ground that you do the right thing, the government will be coming to looking for you because you are variable. Not when you think of people in Liteta or copper, these people are stubborn. But they will say, these people, they are variable. They can even have you a seat. And that's where now you lay your issues. We want this machine. And let me tell you, they will not go back. They will give you a go-ahead. That money you heard me mentioning, not that we had the money. The bank, after seeing what we are doing, we went to them. It's called Diamond Trust. We went to them and told them, we want to buy this machine. And they said, oh, you want? And they said, if they gave us, go ahead. $500,000. In Kenya shilling is 65 million Kenya shilling. That's a lot of money if you do the calculations. But imagine they had to give us. Me now, given millions. How? Where? When? At my era, I'm not a graduate. But you can imagine that we are learning that big machine. Those who come, I'll do a video because we are launching on date 12. You'll see the kind of a machine that we got. And let me tell you the money that you'll be getting one day. I don't want to mention because I don't issues around. That machine will be doing in dollars. Dean, in how much is 2 million Kenya shilling in kwacha? 2 million Kenya shilling.
How much is dollar Kenya now?
Is 150. So 2 million divided by 150.
Okay.
2 million, yeah. Divide by 150. Who have done so? 2 million divided by divide by 150. How much are you getting? Sorry? Sorry? 15,000.
13,000.
Yeah, 13,000 to 17,000 dollars per day. So if you hear Katie has a chopper coming to Zambia, you know. Yes. I knew that would come some. But you come and see what you are doing and benchmark there. But that's the money that we'll be making. But imagine coming from planting 11 apples, because my father started with 11 apples. But someone here will say, I'm buying 5. I'm not worth buying 5. Imagine my dad started 11 apples. And here it is, the whole of almost the continent going around. So please don't undermine yourself. We are getting there. With the boost of each other, we are getting there. If I get the market, why should I have it alone? These things, you never die with them. Who told you you die and be put with that beautiful car with yours in there? You go like that alone. But the legacy that you leave in the country, in the society, that is what is worth. People will miss you. And now we dying? No. We are resting in peace after 200 years in the name of God. So that is all we have, and that is the money that we can join hands. We can buy that machine together or individually, and because even if you buy alone, are you going to make it alone? You need us as farmers. So even if you hear maybe someone will buy that machine, definitely we'll combine hands and supply you as you sell our fruits. So thank you very, very much. I think I've talked much. And I'm grateful to be here. And I hope I gave you little sense to carry back home. Clap for me. Wow, I'll call. Before I forget, I'm inviting you. If you are able to come to Kenya, please come on the 12th. I'm here. You have not invited me, by the way. And I'm here. Who invited me? Just raise your hand. No one. But me, I'm inviting you. Yes, home. What? Do you have any reason not to come? No. Yes, thank you. And what I'm calling you, not that I show you what we are launching that machine. It's good to see it with your eyes. It is good to touch. You know, touching is believing, eh? And you carry big vision back home. Make sure that you are traveling here. And when you hear good thing, like the way you did, for sure, it's only that I'll clap for you for coming here. It's a step. It's a big step for you to be here, because you could hear this man talk that he thought Kate is a scam, and he bought 10. But that's a step. You have to. If you don't risk, you're also risking your life. If you don't risk, I don't want to, that I'll buy a tree, they'll die. Let it die. I don't want to give his testimony. You come here, let it die. Try another time. Don't say that Kate is taking our money. You're giving us 3. You know, let me give you a testimony. Where I started back in the first country I went is Nigeria. And when I went to Nigeria, I carried trees. You know the streets of Lusaka. So I didn't, not like now you are paying in advance, because now I don't fear to tell you pay. I'll come. And you pay, by the way, by fire. That time, you couldn't say that. So I would carry my trees and stand in the street of Lagos. So this man I'll be calling, no one has paid. Come like that lady. I'm trying to say, oh, you need to come just to, because the trees, you see, they don't have soil. So if you play around with time, they will dry in your bag, and you will not question anyone. And you are not paid. You know, when you pay, you'll be looking for Kate, even in the airport. Have you seen Kate? Have you seen Kate? Has Kate arrived? Did you see? Has Kate left Kenya? Did the flight delay? So I like that for me, because I know you'll be looking for me, and quickly you take your tree and plant, and I know what it means. Yes. So now I was standing like this. The person will come. Maybe he ordered 20, and then I'm carrying them like this, because I couldn't come with the whole bag from the hotel. So I'm standing like, let me tell you where I started. So I'm standing like this. You come. I say, are you so and so? I say yes. So these are your trees. He has not paid, eh? So I'm really begging for him to pay for, because the trees will dry. So this man will tell me, and you're holding some sticks you collected just there. And you're bringing me sticks. You collect. And that man, oh my goodness, I don't know where the man is, but I want to meet the man in life. Let me say, I felt like dying, studying. That you collected trees there, some sticks, not trees, some sticks, and you are bringing me. Now I'll take 2 to see if they will survive. Let me tell you, and it was that. Because even them, they have, I didn't carry some grudges because they have never seen even a tree of an apple. So it was so hard, I had even to carry some trees back to Kenya. Because someone ordered 200, when they see those sticks, they say, no, let me carry 1. And the person ordered 200. And I was so happy in the plane. I'm going to Nigeria. Hey, I'm going to get, and then 200, let me carry 1. If they are going to work, I'll call you. So I had to go back to Kenya with almost the whole bag, and you know ticket, how it's very expensive. And I don't charge anyone ticket. And I tell you, oh, bring money, I come, no. And imagine that, and where we are. So please, don't give up. Even if they die 2, did you hear what I said? Even if they die 10, please don't give up. This is farming and it is nature. Do you think I would love to give you trees and go die? I would not want to. And these things we are learning. Maybe by that time I could come with trees and not covered and not sprinkle some insecticide who come and give, I don't know what. But now we are qualified. I would say I'm somewhere. Also, I'm trained also, and I've gone through it, and now I know. And that's why we are combining together, and we are going to work together. So that's a journey where it started. So when you see you coming, looking for me, and you get your trees and go, just know, one day, there was a day, I had to go back with the whole bag back to Kenya. And that is how we started. But see me with today. Today, you cannot even call me. You have to pay, and then I come. And I see it very easy, and I see people who are determined. Because if you are paying for something and you have not seen it, it means that you are very determined and you are very passionate. So I'm all proud for you guys. I'm so proud. Thank you, and God bless you. God bless you. Asante sana.
You will see it tomorrow more clearly. Okay? Yeah. Oh, this center here. You know, I'm actually a very shy person, huh? You just don't know. Okay, so I have a few plants as she said. We started chatting with Kate some times back, I think 2020. I didn't even have a piece of land at that time where I wanted to do those apples, and so... Oh, you are not hearing me? Oh, I'm Din Chola. Yes, that's my name, yes. I'm even writing it down. Okay, yes, after we had chatted, that time I think I didn't have land at that time when we knew each other. So I said, okay, look, there are some issues, but when I'm done, then we'll link up. And then she called me. There are some other farmers also who contacted her, and they started mobilizing that she comes to Zambia. That's at the time she called me. That in fact, I'm coming to Zambia this time. 2021, November. Yes. How many of you got seedlings on that period? Yes. At Laktaguna, something like that. Laktaguna farm, yes. So that's where I got the first bunch, which died, as people here were saying. I got 200. Now I have a weakness. See, I move in numbers. I think that's my weakness. So those all died. The 7 survived. And those 7 are still there out of 200. And can you imagine, again I got 200. And again they died. 8 survived. Yes. And out of all that, we were picking lessons. So that this time, when we emphasize, for example, when we post there, don't take those as suggestions. Personally, when I'm speaking, I don't want another person to go through what I went through. That's what. So there are some who dive in big numbers. I've called them personally just to talk to them, because the plants themselves are not difficult to manage. But you know, when you are told like use decomposed manure, it's just this is decomposed. You see? Things like that. And meanwhile, it's not decomposed. That can kill all your plants. Just that. So things like that. And then the other thing we learned, you know, out of that, there's a batch of 200 which we ordered, and it came through these These couriers. No. By the time they were arriving, they were already whitish, things like that. I remember I called them. I first called the courier company and said, no, contact the people who sent. There's nothing like that in the system. And then they called the airport and said, no, there was no plane to carry these things. And that's about maybe Wednesday. They had sent them on Monday. And then that plane is on Friday now. That's when they find the plane. And then instead of them coming here, they go to South Africa. So it was at that stage now when we agreed with them that this time, if we have to buy, either you will have to come or we'll have to come and take. That's why now this time whenever the seedlings comes, either somebody goes there or somebody comes here. The madam's farm here where we have come, I think she ordered from Zimbabwe because they started a bit earlier than us. So she's in the UK, then they ordered, then they came through Zimbabwe, they came here. That's as much as I know. So the first successful batch I had, actually one of the brothers here went to Kenya, and then they gave him also my order. And for the first time they came fresh, you see. And then planted out of those 200 now the good survival, 157 survived. 157 survived and said, wow, so this thing is working. 157 have survived. This is good. Then I had the batch next, I think, was about 500. And I think 480 survived. Yes, something like that. So that's how I was moving, and now I have a small orchard. I'm sure tomorrow you may see it, something like that. Some of you have already seen it. So that's how the whole story began. And I will not say I'm still learning. And all of us here are still learning, not so. We are still applying ourselves to know this. But the issue is there is good promise. I think the results are good because some of you have seen my plants would not know that they are just 1 year, not so. Yes, even here, these are plants about 3 years here. But you see the way they are looking and something like that. So that's how my story began, my humble story. Yes, thanks very much. So what we do right now is I'll just call Wycliffe, you welcome us at this place and then introduce them.
So on behalf of others and even, you know what, it is good for us to help each other.